Hello, Miss Anna, Miss Rana, right? Yeah. So today we want to talk about this. What is a database? Any idea database?
It's where you store data.
Where we
It's a
store the
base
data.
where you store data.
Base, what's base? I mean, it's a place where we store data. Okay, that could be it. Okay, so database, yeah, it's related to computer,
You
obviously.
can search up Pokemon database.
Excellent, yeah, you search online, yeah, you use the browser to search the Pokemon database. So database is a place where we organize
got some
data.
yesterday.
Okay, yeah. So it's a place we organize
About
the data.
Pokemon
Okay,
and
so,
items.
okay, database.
Especially in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Okay, so for example, Pokemon. How many Pokemons are there?
About 905.
Are you sure? Is
Yeah,
it
they're getting more.
905 and it's getting more,
No.
right?
There's more. They're getting Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and it'll be released on I think it's the 18th of November.
18th, okay. Anyway, 905. Which Pokemon is the strongest? I mean, like speed.
Arceus.
How do you spell?
Arceus. ARCEUS.
S?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what's the second strongest?
Ultra Necrozma.
Okay. Anyway, okay, you really know that. And how about the third one? You don't know. Yeah, it's hard, right? Okay, and how about that if we want to find out the top 10 strongest, sorted by speed, right? For example, like speed, right?
Well, that's easy.
Radiolecki.
So what's that?
Ninja,
he's the
Deoxys, Speed
fastest.
Form, Electrode, Aerodactyl.
Yeah.
Aerodactyl, Dahlia, Pterodactyl.
Okay, so yeah, given this scenario, what I meant is that suppose there are 905. So the computer needs to know to store this data somewhere, right? So that's the database. We can store the Pokemon like image, files, and everywhere, right? Here and there, but it's not easy to find, to search, right? For example, if I want to know the top 10 Pokemons, I mean, like by most people, okay, for example, like this question, yeah? Then it's hard, right?
You have to go over the world.
Yeah. Then it's hard. It's hard to get those information and then to do a query on that. But database is the place that we organize this data into, these 905 Pokemon, for example, like you could have Pokemon name, you could have a speed, you have a
Attack,
defense,
attack,
yeah, different columns, yeah, different.
HP.
That's right, yeah, different. So it's basically it's a table. We can store those Pokemon in this organized data, organized format. Obviously, if there are more coming, then we can append it at the end of the table. So it's like a centralized place, okay? But it doesn't have to be centralized. It could be decentralized. If I store the Pokemon, let's start with A to Z or A to M.
The first one
Yeah.
is Obama Snow.
Yeah.
Store it somewhere here, and then M to Z somewhere here. So basically, we split the data
Z is
into
Zygarde.
into two places. Then these
Obama
two.
Snow is a
Yeah.
snowman.
Okay, so these two
Well,
places.
A
Okay.
frost tree.
Okay, what did I say? So the Pokemons could be we could partition the data into two. So the Pokemon, let's start with A to Z, A to N. The first half of the alphabet, we store it in London, for example, and then M to Z, we could store it in Cambridge, for example. Okay. So database is a place. To sum up, it's a place we store the data in an organized way. We can retrieve the data, right, from the database, or we can store the data in the database. So retrieve to get. Store, we could update, right? We could append a new Pokemon, or we can change. For example, this Arceus, we could change the speed to 100, a million, right? So let's
all of us,
yeah.
There are only 905 Pokemon completed. There's some more, but they are not completed.
I see.
Like Lepconk.
the speed can be like a million billion.
Depends on how many candies and how you train it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
talking
Yeah.
about
Sure.
base
Sure.
stats.
Okay. So there are a few keywords about
We
database.
have to
Okay.
tell you the 900
Database. I give a few keywords, which is first of all is the organized. Yeah. It has to be organized.
Station.
Organized data, and we can store, retrieve, or what manage, right? Manage is something like we could duplicate the data. We could store them as store copies of that. Yeah. We could add a user like who can access the data, or we can have this different privilege and assign the privilege to people, right? For example, Eric, you can manage the database, and Ryan, you can also manage the database, but Mommy cannot manage the database because she's not interested. So we don't have to give her the permission to access the data here, right? It could be, some data stored in database could be confidential. Yeah, you know what's confidential?
Cookies.
No, confidential. You know the what?
No.
Secret, highly secret. The
Not
data cannot
secret
be.
anymore.
Yeah, I know. Confidential. Okay, confidential. This is the word to say. Okay, the data is secret. Some people cannot access it. The permission. Yeah? For example, Mommy doesn't have permission to access the data in the database. Okay. This is manage, store, retrieve. Yeah, store. As I said, we could insert a new Pokemon at the end of the database. Yeah, or we could update. We could delete. So there are few operations. Select means to retrieve. Update. We want to increase the speed of all Pokemon by 10. Right? This could be one example.
Yeah, but
Delete. We want to delete a Pokemon. Or we want to insert a Pokemon.
We never delete a Pokemon.
I don't know. Maybe a Pokemon. Is being deprecated. Right? It's gone. We found out that it's not very interesting anymore.
Like Pokemon game.
Yeah, Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon Go, Almond Mewtwo is not in the game now.
Yeah. And also,
So is Rotom.
yeah, the database is for computers to store the data electronically. Yeah, electronically. Okay, so previously we have different kind of storage. Yeah. Nowadays the computers, how do the computers remember the stuff? Right. When you power on, yeah, it can still remember the stuff in computer. Yeah. When you save a file, right, it remembers how by storage. Right. Then previously on the these. Look at this. This is floppy disk. Yeah. Floppy disk. You know this. Take a look. This 1.44 floppy disk. Yeah, it's not very widely used.
What's this metal thing on?
Yeah, don't break it. No. Look, so it's basically we have a.
Is it supposed to open?
Yeah, good question. I don't have it here, but somehow it's.
Ooh.
So you see, you just plug it in, insert it, and the computer can read it. It's a magnet inside. So don't touch that bit, okay? The computers have this magnet head to read from this. It's very slow.
Like this.
Yeah. It's very
There's
slow.
magnets,
Yes.
So it'll just go there.
It's very slow.
Right
If you have a magnet, right? Then you could destroy this probably. Okay. So don't stay away from magnet. Okay. And this is
What's the black thing?
This is very slow. The computer read it very slow. This is old technology. When I was your age, right? When I was your age, like 20 years ago, we used this to store the data, and then it's very limited. It only has the 1.44 megabyte, so it's very very small. Capacity
What's
very
this?
small. And this one, a RAM, right? Look at it, the RAM.
What is it?
RAM, you know the RAM.
Ooh.
Random access memory. So
What's that?
it's plugged into the computer, right? So when it's power on,
What's this
right?
black thing?
Don't touch it. It's a magnet. Inside it's a hard drive. In a hard drive, it has this disk, and these disks are made of magnet. Right?
Anyway, what is this thing?
It's a floppy disk. It's a old technology to store the data. Okay, so random access memory. When we put this into computer, when we power on, we can store the data. But when we power off, the data on it's gone, right? So this is short-term memory. For a computer, it's short-term memory. This is long-term memory, right? Nowadays, we have this hard drive. Hard drive.
What does it look like?
Okay, I show you. Okay, maybe I have one. Okay, I have one. I show you. Just give me a second. I have one. Oh, I have even more to show. Look, this is the DVD. Yeah, this is also storage. Okay.
That's a disc.
Disk, yeah, storage. You put a DVD to store the data. And then this is hard drive. Look, hard drive. So inside it has lots of these disk inside. When you plug into the computer just spin around and read. It has this head to read it very quick. Okay, read and store the data. Okay, this is our storage. Yeah, this is long-term memory for computers. Okay, so we store the data in the database to persistent. We say it's to persistent data. Yeah, to store them in computer. Okay. Okay, so let's see for today. What have you learned today? Come on.
Database
Database. So what's database?
is where you hold data.
We hold data, but more precisely, we can hold data here and there in different storage. But database is that we store the data in an organized way. Okay.
Why the nails in here?
I don't know. We store the data in an organized way, so we can store, retrieve, manage the data easily, more conveniently. Am I right? Yeah? Okay, Eric, what have you learned? Ryan has answers. Eric, what have you learned?
What is a database?
Okay, so what's a database?
Where to store data.
And what? What's the more, these, we can store the data here, but what's database?
Is a base computer.
Yeah? Look at these keywords.
Organize,
Yeah.
store, retrieve.
Yeah, it's a place. It's we store the data in an organized way, so we can retrieve it, store it, and manage the data
How do this?
electronically.
How do you put
Okay.
this?
Sorry.
How do you put this?
Put it in the computer. Look at that's a big PC box. Okay. Okay. Maybe I show you later. Okay. That's it for today. Bye bye. Bye bye.